This episode is the first in a multi-part series about what we mean when we say, live your love story. It's our motto, live your love story. But what exactly are we thinking when we say that? Well, we begin to answer that question head on in this episode.
Welcome to the podcast where it's all about living your love story and making your life and world a story where love wins. My name is Sienna.
And my name is Toast. We've been partners in life, love, and music since 2001.
Welcome to our podcast. Happy 100th episode, Toast.
Way! Yay! Okay, I might want to
Why?
redo that intro later at some point.
Why?
Because I'm hearing it back and I'm like, wow, it's a little too excitable sounding.
No, I think
No,
you
just leave
sound
it.
very enthusiastic.
I'm so excited
About our
about my
message.
name. And I'm Toast.
I think it's appropriate.
Okay.
So happy 100th episode. It's pretty
Yes.
incredible to think that we picked up our podcast again in 2018. And here we are at the 100 mark
For the revival of it.
for the revival.
Because I don't even know how many episodes we did before
we
that.
have hundreds, but it's just for a while we had been wanting to pick up the podcast again. And when we finally did it and committed, we're 100 episodes in.
Yeah.
And that feels good to me.
And you
Because
know,
I like doing this.
yeah, well, good. I just hope that, my biggest dream for the podcast is that it helps people.
Yes.
So that's the most gratifying thing, is to learn that, it has helped someone.
Yes. And I will share that in honor of the 100th episode, which also coincides with the very end of Pride Month, although Pride can go on, right?
Yes.
We can claim June and July, Pride Months.
Well, back in the day,
What?
it used to be kind of like Pride season. There was no month.
Right.
It was just, okay, this is when the Pride Festival started. It's all summertime. And it was kind of
Yes.
vague. And
Summer
there was
is
not a
Pride.
Pride month.
Yeah. Okay, so it's the Pride season. And, why is it that October is coming out? There's a coming out day in October.
Okay.
But wouldn't you want coming out day to be during Pride season?
You
I
would
don't know.
think, but it's
Anyways,
kind of
but
good
why
to
is it
spread things
October?
out.
Okay.
I don't know.
And then there's National Lesbian Day or Lesbian Visibility Day. The gays are just claiming it, claiming every day we can. Okay. So in honor of our 100th episode, we decided to do a giveaway. So we will be starting it at some point on Tuesday when this episode comes out. Tuesday, June 30th. And the episode is to win.
Not the episode. The
Not
giveaway.
the episode. I'm reading episode. The giveaway is to win a wonderful prize package of Love Wins merchandise, in addition to 9 beautiful affirmation candles. So it's perfect for candle lovers, perfect for people who want to spread the message of love winning.
Or people who just like
And
free
people
stuff.
who like cats. Yes, people who love free stuff. So check out our Instagram and our Facebook page at Sienna and Toast to see how to enter.
And do it before... When are we picking the winner
July
again?
7th.
July 7th.
July
Because
7th.
on July 7th,
We will
we're going to
pick
be
a
announcing the winner
winner.
already.
Yeah.
So hopefully you're hearing this in time. If you're interested,
I'm
the
so
prize package is a
excited.
total retail value of over $200. And good luck
Yay. Okay.
going into the topic for this episode now.
Yes.
Okay, so what does live your love story? What does that actually mean? How does it relate to real life? And when I say real life, I'm thinking of the life that's messy and hard, and it just can be a slog and frustrating, and so not like a love story.
Oh, yes.
So what do we mean when we say live your love story? Well, we thought, hey, let's do a series on this because we mean several things. We want for us, we're trying to evoke and invoke and convey several things. And in this episode, we're focusing on the idea of life as a romance. And we're not talking about
lover romance.
Yeah, not Romeo and Juliet kind of romance.
Right.
We're talking in the
love
broader
of life.
Yeah, the broader sense of romance.
Romancing life.
And the definition of the word romance is a feeling of excitement and mystery associated with love.
I love that.
It's a good definition. That kind of captures what we're talking about. It's not about love between two people necessarily. It's just about
But it can be.
excitement and mystery associated with love.
Yes.
And for me, it's so helpful to keep that in mind, the idea of treating and relating to life as this romance in that way. And it's also kind of subversive in the face of how our society has conditioned us. What's funny? I saw your paper fly.
My papers are flying everywhere. Okay, continue talking.
Okay.
I'm going to just get it. Go ahead.
All right.
I'll come back.
And when I'm talking about it being subversive and stuff, I'm talking about the fact that our society has been really susceptible to the kind of marketing that says, hey, follow these 5 easy steps to achieve blank, whether it's, lose weight and have better health or build a successful business or improve your personal life. It's just follow these steps. And that sounds super attractive. And I have totally fallen for it in the terms of, oh, this is my solution. This is going to get me,
I know. I still click on that stuff.
Yeah. Because we do want that kind of security. We want a sure thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that's partly in human nature. That's part of the evolutionary drive of wanting safety and security, right? But I've come to realize that, that kind of thinking that, oh, there's a turnkey solution to get you exactly the results you want, follow these steps, that really is such a outgrowth and a holdover from the scientific revolution, which was a great thing and had its great aspects, but it got transferred over into life itself, I think, and the human body, for example, as though the human body were a simple machine. And what's great is that the scientific approach has been discovering more and more that the deeper we go in our knowledge, it's not a simple machine, and instead life, including our bodies and who we are as people, we're energy patterns. Everything is just an energy pattern. And these patterns are continuously just evolving out of and back into the rest of creation. Constantly. It's always happening. Like, enough years go by and you will have completely different atoms and molecules of who you are, right? So we're just an energy pattern.
They even say that the person looking at the energy pattern changes the pattern by how they're looking at the pattern.
Right.
I think that's so fascinating.
That's
but anyways, go on.
Yeah, that's the mystery and the excitement, you know?
Yes.
And so I guess that's what I'm thinking of when I think of live your love story and the romance of it. And I try to remind myself, there is a truer sense of safety and security that is found in accepting the depth of that mystery and excitement.
Yeah.
And it's a deeper safety and security than that.
Then the 5 things.
That could possibly be found with, the 5 things. Because as well-meaning as those simple steps are, and like trying to offer us this kind of safety and security, as much as that's well-intentioned, it's not going to, well, for me, I'll speak for myself, it doesn't fulfill me on the level that my soul is looking for.
Yeah. Host is deep. You're deep.
I think everybody's deep. Am I deep? I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're deep. Trust me.
I
You're deep, and you're very romantic in the way that we're defining romance.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
I have come to accept that.
Yeah. That's who you are.
That's how I just came into the world.
You just
It
came into
happened.
the world on a day where
can't
there
help
were alien sightings on the big island of Hawaii.
It's a true story. My parents had a
And they
newspaper
sprinkled
clipping
you
about it.
with depth.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Freaking aliens.
So living your love story, I love all of those thoughts. And I know that when Toast and I moved to Portland, it really allowed us to, it shook up our whole routine, obviously, because we're in a new environment. And what's fabulous about that is you can't live, it's impossible to live your same life when you're somewhere new, at least in the beginning. There's a window of opportunity where you're just immersed in this energy of change, and you start to look at things with new eyes because you are in a different environment. So the change in the environment shifts everything that you know. And now it's up to you to decide what you want to keep from the old life, or if you want to just do a complete overhaul. Mm-hmm. So I can say that that's exactly what happened when we moved from California to Portland. Mm. And that was also around the time where we had come up with that motto, live your love story.
Right.
And part of the reason is way back in the day when Toast and I, well, basically living your love story, I think with that excitement, the feeling of excitement and the mystery associated with love and life and all of that, when I look back now on our lives, mm-hmm. I feel like, wow, I can totally see how that has played out for us. Mm. You know, when we have been full force immersed in our creativity.
Yes,
you
right.
know, full force in doing the things that we love. Mm. And yet, at the same time, I think that I've learned that living your love story also includes balanced living. It's not just giving yourself over completely to the thing that is calling your soul.
Yeah.
Yes, you do that. Right. Yes, it's important to do that, mm-hmm. which is what moving to Portland afforded us. It afforded us that clean slate, sort of, to embrace our creative selves again and to nurture that part of ourselves. But I remember when we were giving ourselves over to our creativity, and we were doing music full time. It was amazing at first. Mm-hmm. You know, it was that feeling of like, wow, we've arrived, in the sense that we were only doing music. Mm-hmm. And yet, what became a quick reality was we would look at our calendar and go, oh, we need some gigs here. We got to make some money. Mm-hmm. So then it would be booking gigs, mm-hmm. which we did. But we were doing so much music during that full-time music lifestyle that we would come home, we were exhausted and creatively pretty shot, you know? And so, but on the outside looking in, someone might say, oh, wow, look at them. They're living their love story. They're just doing their music. They're living, you know, we were rescuing all these cats. I mean, it was it was a wonderful time in my life. Like, my memory of it was really like, wow, I loved living that life. And yet it
also had its cost.
Yes, it really, I didn't feel creative doing the thing that on the outside would look like, oh, you're being so creative. You're doing music full time. But part of my creativity and what calls to me is writing a new song, arranging a new song, you know, birthing something new and fresh. But we were out there gigging and schlepping our stuff and singing the same songs. And yes, we got to perform, but it was but I love the behind the scenes stuff so much. Maybe even, I think, actually more than the out front stuff, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that part was dead. We weren't doing that. We didn't have time to do that. So anyways, then came, hey, let's get day jobs.
Right.
Let's see what it's like to get day jobs, and take that pressure off of the art. And I gotta
Take
say,
the financial pressure off.
right?
Right?
Of the creativity.
Yeah.
You know, when we first got day jobs, it was pretty novel to me because up until then, it was really just doing art.
Right.
And so being able to do stuff that wasn't necessarily creative in my eyes, and yet you just do these things, and then here comes a paycheck. I know that might sound
Regularly.
so weird, but it was novel to us.
regularly.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like, oh, look, a paycheck. And it's this one lump sum, right? It's not all these little monies along the way,
Here and there. Yeah.
right? Where it's not predictable, and
Yeah,
it's
that
like,
was
oh wow,
it was the predictability that was novel. It was
yes,
like,
it was like, oh,
every
wow.
2 weeks.
We
Wow.
can plan.
Yeah.
You can plan when money comes in regularly. So it was pretty novel. But then what we soon found out was when you are working a job, that isn't creative, that doesn't light up your soul, you can soon find that now your soul isn't being fed because you're not doing the thing that lights up your soul. And for us, that was very true because we really let go of a lot of things that fed us and lit us up.
Right.
So to me, living your love story is truly living in a sense of balance and feeling so grateful. Like I feel so grateful for the day job, the independent contractor work, the things that allow me financial comfort to do my art without pressure, without putting it on
Yes.
that. I want to be able to go, okay, is there something I want to say? Is there a song that wants to be birthed through me? What is that? And I want to come from inspiration.
Part of the excitement and mystery is that each of us is so unique.
Yeah, because for somebody else, that could be the thing that really lights them up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And what I love is that those are two different approaches, but each of them is equally valid.
Yep, totally. Yeah.
So, and the only way I think that we come to feeling that those things are equally valid, like different things when it comes to that arena, is by living in acknowledgement of the romance, living in acknowledgement of the mystery,
Right.
of just being alive, you know? So yeah, I appreciate you sharing about the heart. It's a hard thing, right? To need to be concerned about your safety and security, just financially, because that's the world we live in right now,
Right.
while also trying to keep alive your sense of relationship with the romance of life.
Yes.
It's a hard thing to do both. But I think it's worth it to do both. I think it's the only way that makes life worth it, I guess, for me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. And bottom line, I think both of us agree, like this way for us is truer to who you really are. It's truer to who each of us really is and what life really is. Because life is mysterious and exciting. It's just more satisfying. It's more fulfilling to live with life as a great lover, like a great romancer. Life is not a widget or a gadget to try and figure out and then manipulate. You know, to treat you and life as a relationship with its own intrinsic fulfilling value, and not to treat life as some kind of like a resource that you're going to colonize and exploit and all that. So that's
so good.
one of the things we mean
I like that.
when we say live your love story.
And stay tuned for next week because we will continue on.
And so until next time, We thank you for listening. Also, too, if you happen to have a question or issue you'd be interested in having us address in a future episode, hey, email us. Our email is info@siennaandtoast.com. You can also contact us through our website. You'll see the contact link up there.
And until next time, this is Sienna.
And this is Toast, inviting you
to live your love story.